let's see. We had Raider Mike come in at 12-4. Shann tied him this week, 12-4. Young
Yeah.
G at
Top of
11-5. And I
top
That's
pulled
back
in
to
the
back.
rear again at 9-7. So that boy Mike, he got 2 crowns up in here. Boy, we'll have to stop that train, y'all.
I call it the way I see it, Gregory.
Yeah, I see.
Call it the way it is.
Yeah, but
Exception.
first thing we're gonna do is take a look back into last week's
before we
action,
start,
and let's see what you guys' takes are from last week. You know what I mean? Gee, Mike, you can go first, man.
Well, my takes. Well, my take. What I got off of last week, where there were some surprise wins that obviously none of us picked. That we, except for Lil G, he did pick that Cincinnati game, which I didn't know that Pittsburgh was that hurting. They that was a surprise win to me. Minnesota beating who was that? Seattle beating, so that
Kirk Cousins is putting up numbers.
No, he putting up numbers. He ain't threw no picks yet.
Yeah,
I think it's the last year of his contract. That's why.
Yet. But they ain't going nowhere, Minnesota. They all right now, but the pack attack on them.
Which game did you want to break down from last week?
Well, if I'm gonna break down
the
game,
come on.
you want to break down a game. I don't like to be biased on my team, but if you break down them damn Raiders, break down a Las Vegas Raiders game. That was a game that we would not have won last year. Because that game went back and forth. We were down 14-0. Then all of a sudden we went on a 25 unanswered points. Then all of a sudden Miami went on an 11-point run. And then here we in overtime. And the thing, what I liked most about that game is we held our ground on defense. It wasn't as great as it was the last couple of games, but the defense may have bended, but it didn't break. And that's why we won that game. Yeah. And Derek Carr's still been, like I said, he's playing out of his mind right now. And
he ain't a quitter, bro.
He is the captain that steers the ship. So long as we got the captain steering the ship, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be able to ride in this ocean. We're gonna be able to float in this ocean and get what we need to get. Yeah. But breaking that down is, like I said, our one thing I did, the defensive backs held their ground. They had a couple of plays. That's the quarterback made the plays. That was all Brissett. When they was on, they was chasing. He was running for his life. He was running for his life basically the whole game. If he wasn't athletic and couldn't get out the pocket, he'd have been dead meat. And and that's the thing that I seen from the game. We ran the ball well. Peyton Barber had 111 yards rushing on 23 carries. That was good, because with no Josh Jacobs, I didn't expect to get that kind of yardage.
Yeah, no, not at all.
All right, yeah, I agree with you 100%. That's definitely a game the Raiders would have lost last year, bro.
Yeah, so we would have lost that game.
You're on the right track. You're on the right track. All right, Shann, what's your takeaway from last week, man? Which one you got?
Well, I got to call it out, the Packers and the Niners. I told you the Niners ain't playing. They ain't playing 4 quarters of football, man. 32 seconds is too much to me.
It was 37 seconds, right?
Oh, 37, 32 is too much to leave for Aaron
37-42. 37 seconds, 42 yards, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? And they got beat by, Mr. Adams. You know what I'm saying? And there should have been a call on that head-to-head with helmet to helmet. They didn't call it though, but Aaron was like, "Don't worry about it though." You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the Niners, they just got their rhythm in the second half, but it wasn't enough, man. And that thing throwing Lance in there, to run that play, that motherfucking
read option.
Jimmy could have ran.
That's the read option.
Jimmy can't run that, man.
But you could have ran it in though. They just had him throwing passes. It's just like the Chicago game, man. If it ain't working, move to something else, bro. You got to move to something else, man. So
that rookie, he ain't ready. That 49ers offense. If Jimmy G, he operates it at like about 75%. If he really could not miss open receivers and do that, they might be all right. But he misses open receivers, and they have zero running game right now.
Right.
And their whole offense is predicated on running game.
Right.
Right,
done.
for their play action. That's how they get them receivers
Yeah.
open.
Yep. All right, Young G, what you got?
And you know what? Last week, any game I'm gonna take that Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh game. Now, real quick breakdown. So nobody going into that week saw, even with the Pittsburgh Steelers being hurt, nobody saw Pittsburgh losing in the way that they did to Cincinnati. But quick little fun fact: this is the first time since 2013 that the two running backs, Joe Mixon and Najee Harris, they both from the Bay Area. This is the first time they faced off since 2013. And in 2013, Joe Mixon outperformed Najee Harris. But Joe Mixon seems lost. This time, Najee Harris outperformed Joe Mixon, but Cincinnati won. So, but at the same time, that's only telling me that Joe Mixon had 104 yards receiving. No way your running back should be your leading receiver if you have those top guys per se, right? But at the same time, seeing how beat up and diminished the Pittsburgh Steelers are, I mean, I guess that's good for him. And I mean, it's kind of good to see those two guys, especially going through everything they went to as far as how it is growing up in the Bay and stuff like that. Not a lot of people make it. That's what I was more excited about, seeing those two play more than anything else. Because I remember watching them too when they were in high school, and both of them, top recruits coming out of high school. It's a lot of inspiration for, future generation of kids of growing up in the Bay. Like, damn, we could do this,
There you go.
But outside of that, Cincinnati's defense got to Ben Roethlisberger. He threw 3 picks. He got sacked 4 times. He threw 2 picks and got sacked 4 times. I mean, Big Ben just need to retire. That just shows you right there, because Cincinnati is not a team that they should have lost to.
Well, they are a top 5 defense, I believe, though. So they ain't nothing to sneeze
that's
at.
true. It's nothing to sneeze at, but still, when you look at that division and you look how tough like that division is as far as they fight, and you look at the history of just Pittsburgh and Cincinnati in general, you wouldn't expect, the Bengals to drop 24 and only holding Pittsburgh to 10. You know what I'm saying?
In Pittsburgh's house.
In Pittsburgh. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, and then again, Jamar Chase showed up again, 2 touchdowns, showing that he can catch the damn football. Like, like him and Joe Burrow, that connection, whatever that connection they had in college, it clearly carried over to the NFL. And it's just it's just proven again that, my question of the rest of the season is, as far as the Cincinnati team is, not could they make it to the playoffs, but could they be that wild card team that just surprised everybody?
Hey, I think you got your tinfoil kufi on right now. You kind of reaching with that one, but they're gonna spoil it for some teams. You know what I mean? But
I think so.
We'll move along.
I think they still like 1 or 2 more pieces away, but I think I'm gonna ride that cap.
All right, man. We're gonna move to my teams. I picked Kansas City versus the Chargers. For me, rather than break down too much of the numbers of the game, man, I love to look at football through an eye test little lens a lot of times. Kansas City just reminds me of a team that they just premature ejaculate every single time. You know what I mean? They know what they want to do. They know they got the talent. But then you see Mahomes with the no-look pass to a receiver who's not used to catching that. So ball deflects off of him, interception. Then Mahomes running to his right, and he knows his talent, and just throws the ball up for grabs, and then another interception by the safety for the Chargers. And it's just like, they know they can score at any moment. You know what I mean? They have so many weapons, and then they just added, what's his name, right? They added Josh Gordon this week. But Josh Gordon
ain't been playing for 3 years.
That dude, last time I saw him, he looked like he had a piano on his back when he's running. So I don't know if he'll make that much of a difference, but that's a team I think they're going to realize they just need to slow down and just execute. Because right now they're just like, we know we can die. We know we can score now. We know we can score. And they just keep on, they're fumbling, throwing interceptions, and the defense is a sieve. So I think they're a team, you might want to watch out for them. But the Chargers, remember all those games they lost last year in the last seconds? They was known as like losing there. They lost about 5 or 6 games in like the last possession of the game. Now they learned. Now it's turning around. They're winning them games, except for against us. But they're looking good. Kansas City, they're going to get better as the year goes on, but that's going to be a great division to watch. AFC West, that's going to be some good football, man. So I'm excited for that. You know what I mean? But anything I want to say about as far as Josh Gordon or who was the other one? Oh, Richard Sherman signing with the Bucks.
Well, Richard Sherman, to me, I mean, Richard Sherman has seen his better days. He ain't the same Legion of Boom cornerback in Seattle. And but for just to come in and help out until those other cornerbacks get healthy again, he serves still a serviceable cornerback. But
you think they're moving to safety?
They should move him to safety because he's gonna be doing that bone hugging off the line of scrimmage, and he's gonna get penalties. And he's good for holding. Yeah, but that's his game. That's how he plays. But they're starting to call that a little bit more. So I don't think they move him. They so hurt at corner. I don't know. He gonna have to play corner.
Yeah, I think he will too. But I'm with you. I think his best cover days are way far behind him.
So his best way to stay in the NFL is to go to move to safety.
I can definitely see him doing that because if you remember when Charles Woodson went to Green Bay, they had him playing free safety a lot. I'm not saying that Charles Woodson is on the same, not saying Richard Sherman is on the same caliber.
No, just as far as that scheme. All good corners move to safety. And, Ronnie Lott,
that's what I'm saying. I think
Rob
Richard
Woodson,
Sherman.
They move him to safety.
They put him at free safety, let him just roam around, be a little rover. I think he make a little impact.
Yeah.
I think he make more of an impact than Josh Gordon out for 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing with me as far as like Josh Gordon. Like, I feel like in that offense, even because they have Tyreek Hill and got Travis Kelce, he may not have to be in that role when he was in when he was in Cleveland or even in Seattle. Not. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be that little sneaky type where they can plug him into certain routes or certain formations, and he might surprise you. I'm interested to see what he's going to do in that offense, what Andy Reid is going to do with him because of the type of talent that Josh Gordon holds. Granted, like you said, he's been out of football for 3 years, but
I don't know if it's 3 though. I think it's more like 2.
It's about 3 years. It's not.
No.
2018.
Because the last time he played for was Seattle. That was when they were in the playoffs. That was what, 2019, 2018, something like that.
2018. That's 3 years.
Yeah.
2019.
So I think I'm really interested to see what he's gonna do in that. Like, because my biggest thing, because you remember if you just recorded back to another time when the Ravens brought in Dez Bryant. And everybody thought Dez Bryant was going to do something, but he didn't end up doing anything. I don't think it's going to be that same situation with Kansas City because Kansas City does pass the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying?
He played in 2019 for the Seahawks, man.
Yeah, I said 2019.
Okay, he played in 2019. Okay, so I think Josh Gordon, because that talent, granted, you can't teach what Josh Gordon had or has. I don't know, had. We'll see when the time comes.
The last couple of times we've seen him, he just didn't have it though. Even when he was with the Patriots, and then again with the. But
you got to look at the scheme. You got to look at the schemes versus you know what I'm saying.
I'm talking about the physicality. He just looks slower. You know what I mean? He didn't look the same.
We'll see. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic to see what he can do because I like Josh Gordon. He's one of the before everything
I like him too.
Before all the stuff that them getting kicked out of the league.
Before that, he was a beast.
He was, if not, he was one of the best receivers in the league. You know what I'm saying? That's not something you could teach. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you bring that name in there just to kind of rile up the defense a little bit. You know what I mean? And then Andy Reid's a hell of a coach. You know what I mean? Almost.
That's what I'm saying. Andy Reid. You see, Andy Reid got he had LaShawn McCoy. He had him looking nice for that 1 year they won the Super Bowl.
You're just gonna have to keep Andy out the hospital, man. Shit.
Yeah. Hey, no, they're gonna have
in the hospital after that game too, though, man. I mean, damn.
Andy Reid gonna fuck around. He gonna be coaching the game from a Zoom meeting on his damn iPad. Chill out.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna move into our picks for this week. You know what I mean? We gonna all try to see if we can get up there like Raider Mike, man, be boss balling with them 12 victories.
I'm getting there.
You know what I mean?
Watch this.
And young Shanny Shann, he got
Oh yeah,
one.
young Shanny Shann. You know what I'm saying?
I would have had one more, like if Bagsley would have did a little better on the coaching end of it, man. You know what I mean? Because their defense kept winning in the first half, bro. But I don't know any coach that's not going to make any adjustments. If your young quarterback ain't leading the game, you take over as a coach and be like, bro, this ain't working. We're going to do something. There's no way in hell that Garnett should have got 4 sacks. You know what I mean? From the same.
Garrett.
Oh,
Yeah,
Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's, don't get me wrong.
Kevin Garnett.
Garrett, he's a hell of a player, but it's just like you adjust for that. You do traps, you know what I mean? The little tight end pop, let him come in, do something, but you don't keep doing the same shit and hope your young quarterback.
They were overmatched, man. They were definitely overmatched. The physicality in that game, it was like watching a D1 defense versus a D2 offense, man.
That man was sacked more times than completions he had. Like,
you know, like shit.
You would have kept doing the same shit, passing it. You wouldn't have switched.
But Matt Nagy's not a good coach, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. If it's in his bag to do it, then yeah. And Nagy, I mean, he was kind of given that job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was for sure.
He will.
Right now,
he
they
will
don't
lose
even
that
know
job.
who their starting quarterback's going to be from Fields, Nick Foles, or Andy. You know, like that's kind of, man, that's on your coach, bro. Like if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing, bro.
Very true. All right, y'all. We about to get it in. See what y'all got for this week. First game we got up. We're gonna go with the Jaguars versus the Bengals. Since you love the Bengals, Young G, you started off.
24-17, Cincinnati. Trevor Lawrence, he tried last week, but he didn't even really try. His special teams was the reason why he even got back into that game. But Trevor Lawrence, the Jags, they're not ready to win yet. They might fuck around and go 0-17. So I'm taking Cincy.
Okay.
So I feel like everybody, any week, anybody's playing the Jags, I'm taking whoever the Jags are playing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Raider Mike, who you like, bruh?
Well, I'll take Cincinnati. I mean, you know, it's like Granny Clump said, it's gonna be easy win, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I say.
Give me some of that direction right there. I mean, I echo the sentiments of Young G. You know what I mean? Trevor Lawrence, you know, he doesn't have all the components that he needs behind him. You know, it's his rookie year. He's still building, and the team.
Sunshine.
So I got the Bengals on that one, man.
All right. I forgot to give out my little factoids for that game.
Uh-oh.
But no, we're all on the right side. You know what I mean? The favorite in this game in the last 4 is 3-0-1. You know what I mean? Against the spread. The Jags are 1-6 in their last 7 games against the spread. And they're 0-4 in their last 4 September games. So, you know, everything is kind of going against them. I think we're all good. You know what I mean? Next game we got up, we got the Colts versus the Dolphins. In this one, the Colts are visiting the Dolphins, but the road team is 4-0 against the spread in the last 4 games between these two teams. And then the Dolphins, they're 8-0 against a losing team against the spread in the last 8 games.
Yeah,
that said, don't matter. We're going with numbers here. Going numbers. You take who you want to take. So Shanny Shann, who you like?
Numbers. I don't go by the numbers. Not if they don't have a good quarterback in there.
Oh, Shann, you got dark skin all of a sudden.
Who?
No, I said Shann, who you like? Then Michael started speaking. I'm like, dang, did you change shades? So who you like, Shann?
I was letting him finish his thought, but you know, man, I mean, to your point, man, Gaskins, you know, he showed up, you know what I mean? And the coach is wise. He's going to run with what's working for him and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Miami on that one.
Okay, we got the Dolphins. Raider Mike, who you like, bro?
Colts haven't won a game yet. They're going to be desperate. I'm taking Indianapolis Colts this game. Why? Because it's better quarterback play, better defense. I'm taking Indy. And the running game is better.
Well, I'll go next. So funny, you stole my thunder on that because I was like, Colts, they haven't won a game yet. And the road team, like I said, it's 4-0 in the last 4 meetings with these two teams, ATS. So I'm going with Reich and Carson, even though if he's not hurt by halftime. And I think they're gonna, I think they'll pull this one out, man. Young G.
I think this one gonna be close. But I think Miami is gonna edge it out because they just took that heartbreaking loss to us. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be like, damn, we almost won with our backup quarterback in Jacoby Brissett. Now I'm not saying I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, like the Raiders have, you know, an all-time a great defense or whatever. But at the end of the day, we let them get back in that game. So with that being said, I feel like that gave them enough hope and they're going to ride that, be like, damn, we could beat Indy, especially with Carson Wentz back there. Because all you got to do is touch him and he's going to go down for the rest of the game. You got to breathe on him the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Miami going to take that one 21-17. I don't think it's going to be nothing crazy.
Hey, not to mention, though, Jacoby been saying, like, look, I belong in this league as a starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He played his ass off. You know what I'm saying? So if you go to Raider Mike's point, he was leading that team against a good team. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I feel comfortable taking the Dolphins, bro.
Okay. Next up, we're going to roll with the Texans versus the Bills. This is probably a layup for everybody. Just to let you guys know, freaking the Bills, they're favored by 17 points, man. That's a college.
That's a college
put it what 35 and 43 in their last 2 games.
Right.
I mean, shit.
And the favorite in this series is 5-1 against the spread in the last 6. You know what I mean? So, man, I'll go first since it's a layup. I don't even give no explanation. I'm taking the Bills, man. The Bills. Young G, who you like?
So just to clarify, Houston, they still starting Davis Mills, right, or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Although he did look decent.
Decent ain't gonna get it done. So I have Buffalo. Look, I have Buffalo winning 30-10.
Okay.
What you say, Lil G? You could put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig, huh?
You feel what I'm saying? Look, I can go back there and at least score 17 for Houston right now. Give me a helmet and some pads.
Raider Mike, who you like, man?
You know, we're gonna take the Buffalo Bills. You know, like old Hannibal Lecter said, what about Buffalo Bills? They're gonna get mangled on Sunday. I gotta go with Buffalo on that because Davis Mills or whatever, Mills Davis, whatever the hell, he ain't ready. Tyrod Taylor, I don't know why he can't stay healthy, but save his life.
Because they punctured that lung when he was in LA. That's why.
They did that on purpose. It's all
we did that man dirty.
Tyrod is only our height, man. Man, about 5'11", man. And that's what they listed. He's probably like 5'10".
I thought he was 6'1". He ain't 6'1".
He's not truly.
He little.
He's a little gap, man.
Yeah.
Probably about the same height as Michael Vick.
Oh, okay.
Up the speed.
Young Shanny, who you like, man?
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
You really think about this?
Man, let me just put the Bills on here. Stop bullshitting, man.
He said, oh, shit.
Hey, don't we got to make it interesting?
What?
Don't we got to make it interesting?
Do whatever you like.
However you want to do it.
Hey, remember, you just got your first dub. You really want to?
Well, you tied.
I'm gonna go with the favorite.
Tied first.
Come on, I'll go.
All
right. Next up, got my boys versus the Panthers. Y'all know where I'm going. You know what I mean? But the little tidbit in this one, Dallas is favored by 4.5. And the favorite is 4-0 against the spread in the last 4 meetings with these two. It's in Dallas. But mind you, Panthers have the number 10 defense in the NFL, so they can get after people. Dallas got the number 5 offense. I'm going with my boys, man. I'm not going against my boys no more, man. Let's see. Shann, who you like, bruh?
With Dallas, I mean, I got at least 3 of their starters on my little fantasy team, so I got to roll with the punches. You know what I mean? So, and Dak was controlling that game. You know what I mean? Even to the point where it's like, no. You hold out, Zeke. We got this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna rock with Dallas, bro.
Okay. Raider Mike, who you like?
Well, you know who I'm going with. I mean, Carolina, like I said, the Dallas Cowboys have the more superior offense. They just have a better offense. They have a better quarterback. And that's what it's going to be about, because the defense ain't going to stop. They're not going to hold Dallas. You know, they don't stop Dallas from scoring points. Dallas is going to stop them a few times from scoring points, because I'm just not a believer in Sam Darnold. Still have to prove a little bit more to me, but I'd say Dallas gonna win that game by at least. They said 4.5. I say Dallas win 24 or 20. Wow, no, I'm going a little higher. Dallas got some weapons.
Yeah,
I would say 31. I think it's gonna be 31, 24. I'll say 31, 24.
Yeah, sounds about right. Young G, who you like, man?
I don't know. MVP Darnold is in effect. No, I'm just playing. No, I got Dallas. I had Dallas winning that one 24-17. You know, granted, Sam Darnold, he but nah, I think Dallas, especially coming off arguably playing the best game that they've played in the last couple of years against Philly. You know, they're gonna ride that high. They're gonna whoop on them. They're gonna whoop on Carolina. They're gonna give up some points because they Dallas. But you know.
Okay. So next up, we're gonna have the Titans versus the Jets. They're going over to New York with the Jets, and Titans are favored by 7.5, and the favorite is favorite is 5-1 in their last 6 games. So we'll see what goes on with this. Young Shann, who you like in this game?
Man, the last time I went with the underdog, I got buried. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Henry continue to do his thing. You know what I mean? So I'll rock with the Titans, man.
What happened?
Titans.
Oh, damn, it got silent. What happened?
Yeah, they got dead quiet. What's going on?
No, I said the Titans. I said I'm gonna
no, I heard you.
No.
I think Pops is froze. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he froze that. They're gonna get mangled, beat up, blasted.
Destroyed.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like that song.
What, you gonna mute?
No.
Yeah, what happened, Greg?
Okay.
Nah, the trip I was looking at all y'all was moving in slow motion for a minute. I was like,
that might be because just so y'all know, we are live on YouTube. So, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all good.
The feed on Zoom to YouTube, and I know cats could chime in on YouTube. So I sent you a text, G, to check the feed. And
that's what I was doing. As I was checking it, that's when everything froze up on me, man.
Oh, okay. It's probably the close signings and whatnot, but you know.
All right, so we got Titans for one. Who's next?
So I got Titans.
Okay.
G, with you, the young G, you got Titans?
You know, Derrick Henry just rushed for 100 yards for his 25th, for the 25th time in his career against whoever they just played against last week. So I'm gonna go ahead and ride that high. You might mess around and have 150, almost 200 on the Jets. So, you know, I'm gonna tell you, I got the Titans winning 31-10. And the only reason why the Jets are scoring 10 is because the Titans are gonna fall asleep in the fourth quarter and be like, we already got this bagged up. It's gonna be like the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Jets are gonna be like, we got to put up some points.
Niner defense problem, huh?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I think Tennessee gonna run away with this one. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look like goddamn they playing against a college team.
Mike, did you already get yours in?
No, you gotta get yours in.
No.
But they gonna get ratchet, beat up, blasted. what's happening. No, no, you know
what's happening now?
My bad.
But you know what? But the thing is, if Julio Jones might not be playing, or the wide receiver,
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, they both injured. So I was
It
reading.
don't even matter. They got Derrick Henry.
So they still got some other weapons, Reynolds, and they got Derrick Henry. So they got old man Henry to run the ship. So
Look,
you
that
know,
man Derrick Henry.
I'll take the Titans.
Okay. Looks like we all on the same boat because I'm definitely rolling with the Titans on that. And I can't lose out on the easy W's, man. I need to get back up in it.
Yeah, you gotta get your dumb dub. You know what I'm saying?
All right, next we got a nice little interesting game. I think I know where all you guys are going to go, but we got the Browns going to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. And then you got to see in the last 8 games of the favorite on the road, the Browns are 1-7 against the spread.
Okay.
But you got to look at the Vikings. Vikings are like 1-7 against the spread in the last 8 on turf. So you're going to have to buy some numbers here somewhere. Young G, where you going with it?
I got the Browns winning that one 27-24. I think that win against the Seahawks that Minnesota got, it's going to be like they won. That's going to be the highlight of this season. I don't think, Kirk Cousins, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kirk Cousins, if he's not, I'm pretty sure he's in the last year of his contract. If not, if he hasn't re-signed. So, I mean, he wants to show out and show off to get more money. But that Cleveland defense, with Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney, not saying Jadeveon Clowney is doing anything, but Myles Garrett specifically, he's going to get to Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins can't go anywhere. He can't run. He's not mobile. He's going to put some pressure on that boy. And then I think Baker Mayfield, he gonna do what Baker does. He's going to rile his team and be like, we got this, guys. So, yeah.
Okay,
Cleveland.
okay.
Yeah.
Raider Mike, who you like in this one?
Well, they Minnesota at home. Minnesota, I'm not a firm believer in Minnesota, but they're at home. They got Dalvin Cook. Is Dalvin Cook running?
Is he playing?
Yeah, Dalvin Cook is playing.
But the other dude, I forget the other running back's name. He got over like 150 total yards last week, like
Madison
170.
or Madsen. I think that's what you're talking about.
I'm gonna tell you what. All these road teams are not gonna win. I'm gonna take Minnesota.
Very interesting.
Shann, who you like, man?
I'm gonna go with the Browns, man. I think even though they got held in the first half, I mean, because they was putting up yards in the first half, but the Bears defense held them in that game. The first half was a different half from the second half, but I think they're gonna readjust, and I think it's not gonna be a problem, man. I think the Browns got this, man.
Okay. Raider Mike stole some of my thunder. I'm with him on this one. So I just believe, like the Browns, I think they gave up. They put up a valiant effort against KC on the road, but they lost, and then they won at home. They're going on the road again. Y'all got to remember, Mike Zimmer, man, he's a nice defensive coordinator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? As a head coach, the defense, he still got his handprints on it. And Kirk Cousins plays good at home. I mean, Cleveland, they got to prove that they can win on the road. And I don't know. I see Minnesota getting this one. So, I'm gonna rock out with the Vikings.
All right.
You dig? So then moving right along, going with the Washington football team versus the Falcons.
You must be high if you're going with the Falcons.
Man, I guess I'll rock this one first. This one I'm gonna do more of an eye test type game. You know what I mean? I think both these teams are horrible right now. Washington, they're supposed to have a good defense. The defense is
Buffalo just put 43 on them, right?
Exactly. Although Atlanta's not Buffalo. You know what I mean? We got 2 totally different monsters there.
Oh yeah.
But I will take old Heineke and the Washington football team going to Atlanta, getting a close victory because you get 3 points automatically if you're the home team. So if all things even going into a game, the home team is -3. So if a road team is going in there and they're -1.5, that means that road team, they think they're better. So I'm just gonna take the Washington football team. So Shann, who you like?
I'm gonna rock the Falcons, man. They didn't let me down last week, so don't look at me like that, man. Come on.
You said it. You're kind of high. If you're gonna pick the Falcons.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go with the Falcons, man. You know, I'm not a big fan of Washington. I might be a little biased in that, but I'm gonna go with the Falcons, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Matt Ryan have his day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay,
No, I respect
Mike,
though. I respect
who you like?
Who you talking to me?
El Chocolate. Who you like?
Oh, chocolate.
Well,
the smooth brother.
we don't take. I really want to take Atlanta because they're at home, but I think about that. I mean, the defense is going against Matt Ryan, who can't get out of the pocket. I'm gonna take Washington on this. I would take Atlanta if Atlanta's defense was better. I would take Atlanta, but I'm gonna take Washington.
Okay.
By 3.
Alrighty. Young G.
I kind of went outlandish with my score just because I don't believe in Atlanta at all. I took Washington, and I said they were going to win 17-7.
Okay.
I think old Heineke is. I think he might look like Aaron Rodgers back there against that Atlanta defense.
Shann picked against Washington because their last name used to be the Redskins and shit. Next up, got a nice little layup right here. Got Chiefs versus the Eagles. We got a pissed off Chiefs team playing the Eagles.
Hey, the Eagles might be pissed off too. They just got humiliated. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's true. All right, since you feel that way, who you got?
I got KC.
Oh, yeah, you made that quick switch. Huh?
Major switch to Geico, huh? Eagles against Kansas City. No, hell no, man. Look, no. The Eagles could be flaming. They could have, you know what I'm saying? They could have all the chip on their shoulder they want to. Kansas City just lost to a division rival. They're not losing They're not losing 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
Never.
man.
Not at all.
Right.
All right, Shann, who you like?
Well, yeah, I mean, to Young G's point, I agree. And then Andy's is a better coach, bro. So they pulled Josh over there for a reason. You know, it might be some trickery, some hocus pocus or whatever, just to throw the Eagles off or whatever. But I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, and Mahomes gonna do what he does, man.
All right, Raider Mike.
Well, like I said, I mean, it's like this. I tell you what, if Kansas City loses, say if they lose this game, trouble. Really, I'm a Raider fan. I hope they lose every game. but being you know, if we're gonna be picking and stuff, you got to be right. I'm gonna take Kansas City because they did just come off of a loss, so we're gonna give them another shot this week. But if they lose this week, I'm gonna be picking against.
They're in trouble. Yeah,
they'll be in trouble.
That'll be 3 back-to-backs, bro.
Trouble.
I don't think Andy Reid's losing 3 times in a row, bro.
Nah. I'm taking the Chiefs, man. I ain't even going into the numbers. That's an easy one.
Just to chime off of that real quick. I think you look at what Tampa Bay did with Antonio Brown when they brought him in. Look to the Chiefs to do that with Josh Gordon.
Right.
Slowly incorporate, huh?
Yeah.
Long, so it's gonna take him a minute though.
Now he's gonna do more in the second half than he do in the first half, because they're gonna expect him to do something.
Oh, he's not playing this week though, is he?
Yeah, no, they just got to get him ready. They gonna get him acclimated. They gonna give him his set of routes.
Maybe they give him his weed too. They better give him his weed and let him get it.
All I had to say about it.
All right.
Oh yeah. You know you can do that now in the league.
You know it's
you can, but see, remember that's the reason why he got in trouble the first time. Shit. Did you know that man off the weed?
The single weed, huh? Yep.
He said, "Stay off the weed."
Here we go. Next up, we got the Lions versus the Bears. Young G, who you like?
Oh, you got me going first. All right.
Yeah.
Cool,
Lions and the Bears.
I got the Lions winning this one. I got the Lions taking this one 17-14 because not only the Bears are dysfunctional as hell right now, but Dan Campbell, he's a hell of a rah type of coach. He reminds me of like a Pete Carroll kind of guy where he's really like for his players and he's gonna rally them up no matter what. Because if you look at all the games that they lost, I don't like. Granted, they were out. They weren't like in that game, but he had them believing that they could win all the way down to the last snap. So with that being said, and Chicago being Chicago right now, I think Detroit can get this. This is gonna be Detroit's first win this week, and I got them winning 17-14. Again, it's not gonna be nothing crazy because Detroit doesn't have that offensive firepower, but I think Detroit gonna win that one just off of pure that dog, that fight that Dan Campbell is trying to rally them to behind. As long as Jared Goff don't do nothing stupid.
All right. I'll take that. Raider Mike, who you like in this one?
Where they playing at?
This will be in Chicago, in Chi-Town.
I don't think it matters, bro.
It don't really matter, I don't think, but it just depends who's quarterbacking for Chicago this week. They still got the defense.
They haven't figured it out.
Kind of hard to pick against Chicago with that defense.
You say the defense, but what do you think their defense is ranked?
I don't know where they ranked.
They probably went down to 16. You know what I mean?
Shit. Like number 20, man.
Right now.
Yeah, I mean, but although numbers can be deceiving,
fault, though. Numbers don't matter. You know, they just have a rough game. I mean, when your offense is not producing, your defense is gonna get tired. Yeah. And therefore, they're not going to be the same defense. I'm sorry. If you can't score points and you coming on and off the field, and that defense got to keep going out there, at some point in that game, the levee is going to break.
Yeah.
You know, the levee done broke on their ass. So, you know, but I'm going to take, I don't know who's the quarterback this week, but I'm going to take, I hate Detroit is just somebody it's just hard to.
Hard to put your chips in that on, huh?
Hard to put the chips on Detroit, but you know what? I'm gonna take them I'm gonna take Detroit this week. I'm only because Chicago does not know who's starting. We'll take Detroit. Well, I sure don't want to take them. I'd rather take the Bears.
Yeah. Hey man,
Bears might shit in the woods this weekend.
I'm following that cab though. After seeing both teams and looking at least the Lions, you know, when they played the 49ers, they fought back. You know what I mean? They tried to pull it out. And then last week again, you know what I mean? They played gritty. So I'm like, you know, and like G was saying, the head coach seemed to have that little spirit where he translated to his players to where they believe they could actually do something. And against a team like the Bears, who right now, they just don't have an identity. They don't know what they want to do. That defense is just there. You know what I mean? The defense is going to be good. You know, but even with that, like Mike said, you keep going on that field after 3 and outs, man. At some point, that spirit, you lose it. So I'm going with the Lions.
I mean, real quick, Shann, real quick. You got to factor in, too, if Justin Tucker doesn't hit that record-setting field goal, he's talking about something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, just take that into consideration as well.
Yeah.
I mean, like I picked the Bears to win last week, right? Because the defense was 8th, you know. But after the half, it's about the coach, and if the coach doesn't make adjustments to be like, you know what, the young cat don't have it. We either need to bring somebody else in, or we need to change up our play calling or whatever. I'm going with the Lions all the way, even though I love Mac, you know what I'm saying? But I don't have faith in their coaching and shit, man, because the defense kept them in that first half. And it shouldn't have been a blowout like it was, because in the first half, the Browns was putting up numbers, but the defense kept them in the game. And then they came back in the second half, and it was like a different team, and the coach kept running the same little shit. Okay, Garrett's beating you. Okay. Man, let him come in, do a tight end pop, run some trap plays.
That man said, tight end pop.
Something, man. Go back to go to pop corner football. Do something, bro. Do something. You know what I mean? But even Justin Fields had that look like coach. Come on. You know, like
yeah. They should have been throwing. They should have had the screen game in there for them coming off the edge.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Screen game should have been thrown in there to the running back.
Yeah, anything would have been better than what they kept doing. You know what I mean? Like, you let a team get 9 sacks against you, bro. And you're not building the confidence of your young future franchise quarterback. That's on the coach, bro. Period, point blank. So I got the
I agree, man. I agree. Shoot, moving right along, we're gonna slide into this one. I think another layup game for everybody. We got the Giants versus the Saints. The Giants are 0-3-1 in their last 4 games ATS that are in New Orleans. And I'll take this one first. And I'm gonna finger roll it to the Saints. You know what I mean? So I'll be on the board first. Raider Mike, who you like on this one, man?
Oh, see the Saints come marching in with that W, but I just think they come marching in with that W, and I just think that this will be the game where Winston put up some yards passing, some numbers this week.
He going over 150?
He gonna go over, yeah. But I just think that that's just the way that they got him, you know, kind of trying to let him get comfortable with the offense and the system first. Yeah. It's coming. 300-yard games are coming because that's not gonna get it every week because you're gonna play better team. No, he's gonna bring out this week.
Yeah. So, all right. Shann, who you liking this one?
I mean, with the Giants is 0-3. You know what I mean? Like the Saints had a spectacular second week, not so good third week. I mean, there's no way that they're just gonna be up and down, man. The defense is gonna keep them in the game, and then Jameson's gonna do his thug easy. So, you know, I got the Saints.
All right. Young G, who you got in this one?
Got the Saints putting the good old fashioned I don't know if a lot of wrestling fans are out there, but there's this one announcer y'all used to say, a good old fashioned slobber knocker. You know what I'm saying? I got the Saints winning 27-13.
I think I know her.
Damn. All right, so that's what you got. You rolling with his names. Next up, we're gonna rock out with the Cardinals versus the Rams. Shann, who you liking this one?
Man, you know, I'm high on the Cards, bro. Like, you know, Murray still bringing that feel good spirit to the game and stuff. I'm gonna keep going with it, man. I got the Cardinals, man. You was laughing against the Niners and the Packers, though, but
yeah, that might not have been warranted. Young G, who you liking this game?
You know, as much I've been running with the Cardinals, you know, since week 1. But after I saw what the Rams did to Thomas Brady, I'm gonna go ahead and go with them. I think they're gonna edge it out 30-24.
El Ramarente.
Little Jalen Ramsey.
Raider Mike, who you like?
Where they playing at? Arizona?
It's in LA.
Oh, LA. Well, shit, it's gonna be more Raider fans there than them anyway. Shit. Nobody Rams in there or San Diego. Well, there's more Raider fans in LA than both of them teams is in that damn stadium. And we both know that. But anyway, I'm gonna go with. I can't go against that man, Donald. I mean, Aaron Donald. I mean, man, he's a damn monster.
Yeah, that boy's a beast.
He's the best defensive player of my generation.
He is the best defensive player that I've seen in the last 10 years or whatever. He's the best defensive lineman I've seen, man.
Man, you know he a bad man. Remember that Hard Knocks when the Rams was on there? And then I forget what team that's practicing with, but the teammates was like, hey, boy, that's telling the rookie, like, you better leave him alone. He's like, that's a real man over there. Don't test that dude. But he's
Mind you, he only like 5'10", and he like 280. Like,
built like a tree trunk.
Was he 6 feet?
He's not 6 feet. They list him at 6 feet. He's not 6 feet.
6 feet with 2 Dr. Scholl's in his shoe soles.
He remind me of like a grittier version of like a John Randall.
Yeah, John Randall. He plays like John Randall, but with a little bit more. He's just a little
bit more technique.
He's a little more explosive. He's violent hands. I'm taking the Rams.
So taking the Rams. All right. Let's see. Young G, you up? You got yours? All Rams.
Yeah, we are. I think
I'm the only one.
Man, you know what? I like McVay. I think he's a little innovative coach. He's a little rah-rah cat too. Sometimes he can be a little extra, but I'm gonna tell you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting Matthew Stafford, bro. Their offense got a little
He
more.
looked good, right?
Deshaun Jackson, that boy. I watched that game because he's older. He's older now, but
he's from LA. He playing at home.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I seen him run by them DBs like he was 21 years old. They could not stick that dude.
You know why? Because they gave him a little shot before the game. You know that?
Yeah, he's way more explosive. Man, I like the Rams, man.
Boost.
You know
what I mean? Next up, we got the
Wait,
Seahawks.
hold up. What?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
One other thing. Who did Matt Stafford look like to you? Now I'm just get the joke in, and you should be able to figure it out. So.
Who he look like?
Who he look like?
Look at the Campbell Soup label. Does that look like Matthew Stafford? Look like the Campbell Soup boy?
Kind of that, and Bob's big boy, that little curly be having and shit.
But I just had to say that because I just had to get that out. But okay,
well, I'm the only one that's picking the cards.
Yeah, man, you solo bolo.
Man, I'll rock it.
It could be a chance for you to come up. You might steal a game there. Next up, we got, this is going to be a tight game right here, man. We got the Seahawks versus the Niners. Young G, who you like in this one?
Where they playing at? They playing in...
It's in Santa Clara.
Oh, okay.
Not San Francisco, Santa Clara.
Santa Clara. All right. It's a division game, so I think it's going to be close. But, again, they just got 30 put on them by Minnesota and Kirk Cousins. I don't think they're going to let that happen with Jimmy Garoppolo. So, I think Seattle going to take that one.
Seahawks, huh?
21-17. 21-17 Seahawks.
All right. Shann, who you like in this one?
I'm taking the Seahawks, man, because you need your defense to finish the game, man. And I've been saying it since the start of the season that the Niners defense ain't playing 4 quarters of football. And with a cat like Aaron Rodgers, I know it's Aaron Rodgers, but 37 seconds left to play, and that man wasn't breaking a sweat. You know what I mean? And even Devontae Adams, that was a helmet-to-helmet call that they didn't call. And Aaron was like, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? And they won the game. So, man, I think them young cats still got some maturity to do, you know what I mean, to play 4 quarters. I got the Seahawks in this one.
Okay, I'm going to ride that one too. I'm taking the Seahawks, man, just because, like you said, I'm riding that cab as far as them not playing 4 quarters of football. I'm going to apologize in advance to my homie who watches the show, Young Tito. I know you're a 49ers fan and picking against your boys, but until they play 4 quarters of football, man, I cannot do it. And what's the difference between Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers? Both of them could go down in 37 seconds and do the same thing. So
absolutely, absolutely.
Until I see different, I'm gonna rock with the Seahawks. Raider Mike, who you like?
Well, that dude who made that hit, like you said, he gonna get a nice little fine envelope in his mailbox at the practice facility. Because they go 10,000, huh? Yeah, but I'm gonna take Russell, last name Wilson. We gotta go with them because they are not gonna be able to stop Seattle for 4 quarters. Seattle had a bad game this weekend. I think that they came in there and underestimated Minnesota, and I honestly think they bounced back and give it to the 49ers, hit them in the mouth this weekend. Not just because I don't like the 49ers, it's because, like you said, 49ers.
Nice little tasty tidbit too.
Yeah, it is, because they're both they play each other twice a year, so they know each other good. So, Seattle, I just feel like Seattle has a better offense right now. 49ers may have a little edge on defense, but they don't, like I said, until, like you said, they have got to prove that they can stop somebody in the end of the game.
And let's be honest, though, Shanahan didn't know exactly what he was doing in the first half, bro. You know what I mean? They didn't start playing football until the second half, but that's when they
have no running game, and for the 49ers to be
falter, though. You
right,
know what I mean?
For the 49ers to be successful on offense, for that play action to go, they have to have a running game.
Yep. Yep. And this nice little tasty tidbit on that game. The Seahawks are 13-5-1 ATS in their last 19 meetings between these two. And also the 49ers are 5-21-1 ATS in their last 27 as a home favorite. So numbers not looking good for the Niners.
So they got the phone number.
Exactly.
Call me.
Man, next up, we got a nice little game here. I like this one. I'll see where you guys go on this. We got the Ravens versus the Broncos. The Broncos favored by 1.5, which, like I said, the home team gets 3 off top. So that means the Ravens are actually favored in this game. You know what I mean? So we got that going. And then their last 8 meetings, the team that's favored is 7-1 ATS in this last 8. But the Broncos are 4-0 ATS their last 4 overall games. So this is gonna be a nice little one here. Shann, who you liking this?
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I think Lamar is riding a nice little high, and he's a difference maker in that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a little biased. I'm a Raider fan, but I think Lamar's going to pull it off against the Broncos. It's not going to be a blowout or anything, but he's a difference maker. Maybe win by 3, maybe even 7. But overall, I got the Ravens.
Okay. Ravens. Raider Mike.
Well, I hate to rain on the Bridgewater's party, old Teddy B. Not Teddy P, Teddy B. Like Teddy P. Woo! No, we can't take this week. Even though, like I said, I am a diehard Raider fan. You understand me? But I got to go with Lamar Jackson because he just brings a different element. Okay. I got to go with the Ravens because it's going to be hard to stop him. I mean, it's going to be somebody that Denver haven't seen yet.
Man, hold up. Before y'all continue, let me say this. Broncos do have the #1 defense in NFL. So that makes a difference. I'm just letting y'all know that.
I don't think it makes. I don't think that's going to change my decision.
Okay.
Yeah,
You cool with yours too, Shann? I'm just saying.
No, Lamar's feeling good, and I think the Broncos might go in there a little kind of lackadaisical because they 3-0. You know what I mean? But it's just like, what does that mean against Lamar?
Young G, who you like, man?
Who have the Broncos played in the first 3 weeks?
They haven't played nobody.
Exactly. I'm taking the Ravens. I don't care. This is the first real test Denver is going to have in the first 4 weeks in the NFL. They haven't played. They played straight scrubs. If you look at the first 3 teams they played, that's 0-9 combined.
Right.
They should. No, with the factor you saying that they have the #1 defense, they should have the #1 defense because they played absolute scrubs. This is the first real team where they're going to have not only a good quarterback, a proven quarterback. Let's not forget Lamar Jackson has won an MVP. Let's not forget that the Ravens also have had the #1 rushing defense, no matter who they played.
Yeah.
Simple fact of the matter is, this is the first test Denver's going to have, and I think they're going to fold. Granted, they have a good defense with Von Miller and Bradley Chubb, whatever. At the end of the day, they haven't played anybody. So until they play somebody and beat them, I'm taking Baltimore because of the simple fact of the matter, the Ravens have proved time and time again that they are a team that can get deep into the playoffs, or at least make it to the playoffs.
Right.
So I'm taking Lamar now.
You're right, G. Shit. The Broncos are coming off wins against the Jets.
Yeah.
Trash.
The Jags.
Yeah.
Trash.
And the Giants.
Trash. That's 0-9. Come on. All 3 of those teams are 0-3.
This is played Alameda College. Alameda Hornets.
Hey, man.
And Island. And Island only have.
Not Island. No, shit.
Island ain't got a football team.
I'm glad you threw out them numbers there, G. You know what I mean? Amongst all my studies, that kind of slipped through the radar. I was gonna take the Donkeys this game, but
you're crazy.
Gotta take the Birds, man.
Yeah,
I gotta go with Lamar. I'm gonna take them Ravens. Next up, got the dumpster fire now. Got the Steelers versus the Packers. Now, Steelers are visiting Green Bay, and Keep this in mind. Steelers are 8-2 against the spread. Their last 10 games following a double-digit home loss. And the road team is 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 with these two teams. And the Packers are favored by 6.5. With that being said, I'll go first, and I'm taking the Packers. Now, next up, Raider Mike, who you liking this one, man?
Well, I don't know. They're going to have to let them catch them when the sun goes down. But Pittsburgh ain't going to win. Not tonight. I got to go with I'm going with the Packers. Because Pittsburgh right now, they don't look. I mean, I don't care how good their defense is. Their offense is just it's not the quarterback is beat up, and I think Tomlin's know that. I think he's
crazy in this game. This is the battle between the number 25 offense and the number 26 offense. Guess which one is number 25?
Is Watts back in it? Not that he's going to be a major.
I don't care if Watts is in there. I don't care if they bring back Mean Joe Green, LC Greenwood.
Damn.
Give you a 25-cent deposit back, bro.
They're not winning that.
Hey, kid.
Yeah, but shoot, it's crazy because the Steelers' offense is ranked number 25 and the Packers' offense is ranked number 26. And that's another one where the numbers are deceiving. Pittsburgh's offense is atrocious, man.
But if you get in a shootout, I mean, you got to bet on Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it ain't going to be no shootout, bro.
No,
I guarantee that.
You know what I mean? But
speaking of that, who you liking this one, man?
Who, me?
Yeah, you won.
I'm taking the Packers, bro. Like,
his neck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There ain't even no conversation about it, bro.
All right, Young G.
24-14. That bad man, Aaron Rodgers.
A-C-K.
What they say? Oh, they don't even call him Aaron no more. They call him Aaron. Aaron. I'm taking 8.
Okay, we got a nice little.
He could show up with a little, I got a little pack of annihilators in my back pocket in the van waiting outside, but he's still gonna win the game for you.
Man, that man gonna show up in a mink coat like and he gonna say, "Call me Frank Lucas."
Got a nice little tender nugget up next. We got the Bucks going to New England to take on the Pats.
Oh, TB12 taking on his old team, huh?
Hey, man.
Let's hear it.
Nah, this is not even like a.
You can't even.
I'll tell you, Thomas is just gonna go in there and show Belichick, like, look.
Why you let me go?
I'm gonna come in here and throw my nuts on the table and just be like, I'm the reason that we got all these Super Bowls. You know what I mean? This is a game he's been looking to just as much as a Super Bowl, man.
Right.
Especially now that he got that ring without Belichick, bruh, he's going up there to tear his heart out. So I think this one's going to be the Bucks all the way for me. You know what I mean? Shann, who you liking this one?
I mean, echo your sentiments. You know, I was thinking the same thing. You know, it's not even a question of like, Belichick against Aaron, whatever. I like the Bucks in this one. Simple fact, to your point, Tommy's going back into Foxborough. I got something to prove. Don't worry about last game. This is the first game I'm playing, you know what I mean? And this is a Super Bowl type situation for him. So I'm riding with the Bucks, no problem. Period.
All right. Young G, who you liking this?
I think Tom Brady about to go over there and two-step all over the goddamn Patriots. I got the Patriots winning, or not the Patriots. My bad. My bad. I'm still thinking Tom is on the Patriots. My fault. I think I got Tampa Bay winning 35-17, and Tom Brady's gonna show Mac Jones who the real Mac is of New England. So
who the real Mac is. All right, Raider Mike, who you liking this one?
Well, Tom Brady gonna show Belichick why he really needed him to stay in New England. Mm-hmm. The Bucks is gonna win this game running away. I just think that he said, I already showed you I won a Super Bowl without you. Now I'm about to come in here and just kick them all. He's gonna put a foot in their neck and kick them in the ass on Sunday and walk up out of there with that.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
It's Thomas Brady.
Hey,
right.
Tom Brady finna walk in there and be like, "Ain't no sunshine when I'm gone."
All right, we got the last one on the agenda. Of course, the one you guys have all been waiting for. Since, y'all do y'all little thing, with that one patch over your eye. I guess I'll go first on this one. Get little old me out the way.
Get the stats in there too. Let's throw the stats in there.
We got Raiders versus the Chargers. Raiders are 9-3 in their last 12 meetings in LA or visiting the Chargers, whether it's San Diego, LA, whatever. But Chargers are 4-0-1 in their last 5 October games. With that said, I'm going with, and mind you, it's like Chargers coming off a big victory in KC, and they're at home cooking. Raiders will have more fans there than them. So I think I'm going to go with the Raiders, man. I'm going to go with the Raiders on this one. Young G, who you liking this?
Well, since, it's really a home game for the Raiders, I'm going to go ahead and take the Raiders in that one. Even every time they play the Chargers, no matter how many fans they think they have in the stands, if you think about it, LA is ran by Raider fans. And with that being said, the Raiders are going to come off on top. They're going to be that team. I don't see them. I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything. I think it's going to be really close. I say 21-17 or 24-17 Raiders.
See that?
I got the Raiders.
I can see that. Shan, who you liking this?
I'm gonna go against the grain.
Nigga, please.
Right. Nah, man, like Derek Carr, I've always been a fan, and like my whole point riding his coattails is the boy don't quit, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's already showed that in 2 overtime games and came off with the win. So I put my money on the Raiders unless, Chucky just stays uber conservative and, keeps fucking up with them safe plays and whatnot. But I don't think Derek is going to let that happen. He's going to be like, nah, coach. And I think that Gruden has a faith in and be like, you right. Go ahead and do what you was doing, bro, because you ain't let us down yet. So I got the Raiders all the way.
All right. Raider Mike, you changing your name to Charger Mike or what?
We can never do that. Not in 10 lifetimes. That never happened. But I'm going to say this. We got to play aggressive football for 4 quarters. We will come out on top. Derek Carr is what he got, something that what's his name don't got.
Who,
Herbert don't have.
Herbert.
He got mental toughness and confidence. I mean, right about now, it don't matter who we play. We play San Diego in a parking lot and we're going to beat them.
Okay.
I'm going to take saying that. Our defense to show up. I think our defense is, that was a game. We played against a mobile quarterback. Yeah, we gave up, a few plays, but that wasn't just because that wasn't for a lack of effort to shoot. The quarterback is just able to get away from the pass rush. And if you get away from the pass rush, somebody's going to be open when you scramble out the pocket. So Herbert ain't going to be able to get out the pocket like that. And I got the Raiders. We can get them a black eye. We got the black patch and get them a black eye.
Not to mention, I think Jacobs is coming back this game. You know what I mean? And not that it matters because we've established a run game without him, but that's like a cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's the physicality that's that physical thumper that we need to set the tone.
But I just think we got more weapons overall. You know what I'm saying?
We got plenty of weapons.
You know what I'm saying? Against the Chargers. So, that's, obviously I'm a fan, but I just think that, we got more weapons, and the deciding factor is we got a quarterback that's not going to quit. He's not going to lose his poise. He's going to keep playing like a professional is supposed to be playing and earn his money. So
man, it's gonna be a AFC West game, man. You know what I mean? They all have classics against each other, whether it's the Holy Roller, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be, man. You know what I mean? It's always when them games go down in the AFC West, they go down. You never know what the hell's gonna happen. But I just think this is gonna be a good game because, like I said, the Raiders, you guys have one of them teams this year that kind of it reminds me of an up year with the Raiders because you know them close games you guys lose a lot of times. These times you're winning them, like, especially pulling out that one against the Ravens, man. Pulling that out against Lamar, that was big.
I mean, knocking out, making him fumble twice. You know what I mean? Capitalizing on it, that was some serious stuff. And then we've always had issues with our secondary, but that last game, you know, what's his name, Muller. And then Abrams. I'm not a big fan of Abrams. You know, he's always there, but he don't always tackle, but he's always there. So that's something to worry about. So
he's one of them dudes. He's a big hitter, man. He's not a ball hawk. He'll separate you from the ball.
Right.
You keep him in the box.
He did make that play in that game because I thought the game was over. I said overtime, game over. When he dove and got his hand on that ball, he was out in coverage.
As long as he don't have to tackle, we're okay, man, because it's a 50-50, man. But he can run with the best.
He tackles pretty well. I don't think he missed a whole lot of tackles from the bottom.
Yeah. His thing is he's a big hitter. He goes for the big hit.
Yeah. And that's it.
Right, the wrong Abrams because I don't see him
like the Raiders of old. He's like a Jack Tatum. Let him
he don't miss a whole bunch of tackles.
He's there like he should be, but it's just like, you know, that, you know, the big play, like you say, it's always a 50-50. Either you're going to win or you lose, you know. And
his thing is he overruns a lot of plays. He don't miss a lot of tackles. He overruns a lot of plays. Have you been watching the football games? And Greg, I know you can agree with me. When you watch Jonathan Abrams, he's too aggressive. Sometimes he overruns the play.
He's very
aggressive. He don't miss the tackles. He don't more per se miss a lot of tackles. He overruns a lot of plays.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, y'all. That was a good show, man. You know what I mean? Want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of Football Fan Talks on GLX Sports. Remember, like, share, subscribe, especially hit that thumbs up. You know what I mean? That helps out a lot. And definitely subscribe. You know? Until next week, we out of here. Peace. 2 fingers.